Hey everyone, welcome back. Hopefully you've all found this new stream. I saw the numbers picking up. Brad, how's it looking?
It's looking
Everyone
good. We've
finding
got
us?
we've got about 45, 50 guys back in here. So I think
Sweet,
they're all
that's what we
jumped
want.
back on.
Awesome. So this is like what you're seeing right now is behind the scenes at NMREX. When things finish early, we do what we call a roll Gordy out. So we're rolling Gordy out right now. So this will be fun and maybe educational. I don't know. So on the Lake Michigan car ferry operation right now for saying that wrong, but it's roundtable. Randy Howell around NMREX clinician who actually is a fireman on a real steam train. How cool is that?
That is cool. That is
And
really cool.
and what's really there's a little bit of a Navy slang for someone who plays with steam engine. What do they? Mike will be back, but we'll be question one: steam or diesel. Those let's get those preferences down in the comments, and then after the roundtable, Gordy will be going to bed. Or modern slavery over here. And Arthur is ordered to keep you.
They just roughed up some native animals to keep us Mexicans at bay.
I think they're from Queensland, not Mexico. But anyway, that's cool. Let's not go there. People from Mexico are great. Eduardo is a great guy, and we love Eduardo. We want Eduardo back. Prepare your questions for Arthur about strapping down any kind of load or securing any kind of load. I guess loads of loads different. The freight car might be different, but the way you handle it generally is the same. Switch it. Okay, and then Dave Berman's back. Dave, the king of grain, is back with a clinic. Even though I'm not going to see it till tomorrow. Tony Cook. I wish we could say Sir Tony Cook. That sounds a bit better, doesn't it? But Mr. Tony Cook, 86-foot high cube box cars. I think those are the big, massive ones that they used to put car parts in. I think, or maybe they still do, but they definitely used to put some information. See if he lets anything slip. He's retired from River Valley. I have no idea where that is, but I think it's in South Dakota. And he is going to talk to us about how we can rewire some of our older Alpha and Blue Box locomotives to make them run better with DCC, etc. Really good clinic. Matt is a guy that runs at 1,000 miles an hour, so I'm expecting there to be a lot of information. So make sure you've
not really popcorn, probably a big bowl of cornflakes over here. It's kind of
big bowl of cornflakes. Yeah, and if you're in Queensland, I suppose. I don't know.
I think
Toast with marmalade. He probably will be. Our good friend Mr. Jenkins will be joining us by then. And then we're going back to New Zealand. We've done a few clinics in New Zealand. I noticed that there's a lot less sandpaper around when we go to New Zealand. Just don't mention the Cricket World Cup. I've learned that one. But Mr. Paul Hobbs from Auckland, New Zealand will be back, and he will be giving a clinic on streamlined passenger trains that served St. Louis. So very on topic. This is our clinic. If anyone wants to pop in, you can. Yeah, pop in. So yeah, did we make the effort to contact the people in St. Louis? The answer is yes, we did. We contacted the committee in St. Louis, and we reached out to a number of the people in the committee, and they reached out to their clinicians and invited people to take part in NMREX, Gateway X. And so because this is Andrew Porter, who has just dropped into the studio. Hey, Andrew.
Hello.
Looking good. Is that the Christmas tree still up there in the background? Is it still Christmas in Connecticut?
Yeah, it is. That Christmas tree stays up. It's been up since we moved into the house, basically, in 2017. So it just lives there. It lives there. The cats, we got cats shortly thereafter, and they love climbing it, except they're now too big to climb it, so it's just part of the house.
It's an ornament.
Yes.
Hopefully my layout doesn't become an ornament. So I have a really cool story. Okay, I have a really cool story. I promised you a cool story, and I promise I've had lots and lots of great messages today on Facebook from lots of people. I've got to say, folks, that it's not just Gordy here behind the scenes. Okay, like some kind of puppet master pulling the strings. Okay, I have a great team here at Gateway X of clinicians and people that are coming in hosting. Big thanks. Yeah, put the string down. Things anyway. So got speed. and we've got Martin out in the background doing either hosting or driving the computer. We have Martin's Dell Optimax computer. Other computers are available, but they're not as reliable as Martin's knackered 10-year-old computer that runs the entire stream. And if you're having some buffering issues right now on YouTube, no matter what we've thrown at it, it has run like a server and like a Swiss watch. We went back to it on Sunday, and host coming in to help us out because I think Kramer, who is unfortunately having to work this week, preparatory. The thing that happened to my women with my girls, Alex and Annabelle, I was sitting down to eat my dinner, and I got an email from a guy called Terry. And Terry and his wife, where I live, and they live in the village in Bury, about a member of the NMRA, hobbyist, a magazine. He is MRH, and MRH. Yeah, big shout out to Terry. So what I had to do when I went to the side of the studio here is I went to see Terry. So here we go. This is the power of the internet. This would never have happened without us doing this kind of stuff. And Terry fought through. Is it flickering? Flickering. Is it still flickering? No, there we go. Perfect. So Gordy can't share a camera on that. The internet is limited in Orkney. So here we go. This was me on my dog walk. There's Terry. I said, Terry, I'll come down and get a selfie with you, or no one's going to believe me. So that is the power of NMREX and of everything that we're doing, and the fact that we're getting into a digital world. So how awesome is that? So Terry's probably going to do the right thing now and rejoin the NMRA. And it's one step closer to the British region holding its regional convention here in Orkney. Island Rails 2025 is one step closer. So there's at least 2 layouts on the layout tours now, guys. So there's no excuse. And I've got a big building to put Fremo in. It's like a barn, man. So, not an issue and everything like that. So really good, really exciting. What's one more benefit that people have got from NMREX. So it's been great. So anyway, we're gonna go and do a little bit of a chat now with Andrew while he's here, and see how Andrew's been going today.
Well, I've been pretty good. I was actually I walked away. I stepped away from the NMREX stream to go watch the Walthers their new product announcement video. It's about 30 minutes long, and I'm a semi-finalist in the Walthers National Model Railroad Build-Off. So, where my wife and I entered. Yeah, so we're in the team. We're in on that, and that was a good time. And I went ahead and shared the link, or gave NMREX a plug in the comments section of the video at the end of the stream. We'll see. I don't know if that helped or not, but
we appreciate it. If you are watching us because you fantastic that you came second in the competition. Unfortunately, semi-finalist. Oh, so you may have won.
I don't know yet. Yeah.
Oh, you're in semi-finalist. Sorry, I missed. I thought you said you were runner up. So, oh wow, fantastic.
Yep.
Oh wow. Oh, that's awesome. See, I couldn't enter because unfortunately Wolfers discriminates against N-scalers.
Oh.
And we couldn't enter the competition because there wasn't an N-scale pack. But I did ask Wolfers, and Wolfers said to think about it. So hopefully
that's good. Maybe they'll do another one.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, because N-scalers are people too.
Hey, I'm an N-scaler. I started off an N-scale.
Yeah, but I've seen your layout, and it's definitely bigger than N-scale. That was HO I saw there.
It is, yeah.
And a bit of narrow gauge, but it was definitely HO scale. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
it's only 6 inches wider.
Sneaking that one. It's only 6 inches wide. Who's counting? Who's measuring? So, Brad, I can't see the stream or the chat right now, but anything to do with NMREX or anything on at the top of the hour?
But we'll go back to the question you asked: diesel, steam, or electric. So we've got a few that have put in there. Dave, 1920 steam, down in Mexico, had diesel.
Good man.
That's about it. Actually, tell you the truth, it's pretty quiet. I thought there was a lot more than that. Looking at the screen here. So
I was prepared. I was prepared for this question, okay? And I actually brought Steve and Diesel. Look, there's Steve. There's Diesel.
I should go grab a Diesel. I have several of those.
So you won't have several of these because this is actually
no. I don't have any of those. I have none
more
of those.
organisers.
Yes,
these are more organisers for the train room from the lovely Alex. So Whenever people come and operate my layout now, they'll have trains to pick up their own coupling picks from, and pencils and stuff. So it's looking pretty good. But so I believe you are a Steam queen, Andrew, and you are going to tell us that it's Steam all the way.
Well, mostly. I do have a little soft spot for F units and cheap 7s and 9s. So I have quite a few of those. Oops. But narrow gauge and Steam all the way. I mean, there are narrow gauge switcher that they bought off of a contractor sometime in the 50s. And they had that in Silverton, and that's a pretty neat looking little engine. And then there was like a U.S. Army diesel that was a multi-gauge locomotive that they could actually just move the wheels on the axle to fit whatever gauge railway they were using, and they were testing it on the Denver.
Diesel, modern day diesel, all the way. Unfortunately,
you see, I just like it because it runs on. I just like it because it runs on steel rails, and I don't really care. And personally, my favourite place to go on holiday as a kid, well, my father used to like it particularly because of the beer, but we used to go to the Isle of Man, and in the Isle of Man they have horse-drawn trams. Something gauge, 3'6" or 3 foot gauge, I can't remember which, and someone will put that in the comments and tell me. They have steam and they have electric, and chips, and what more could you want when you try conversation? Steam, diesel, rolling stock, narrow gauge, standard gauge, all that kind of good stuff at 5 p.m. So we don't want to give away everything just yet, but I feel like you've got something there you want to show us, Andrew.
I do have something else. We'll bring it up again later, but something that every prototype modeler would love to have for their year. The NMRA has them. They just don't share them. Looking at you, board of directors.
Well, maybe they're in the library. If they're in the library,
they're in the library. This is a reproduction done by the NMRA. So it can be done. I want more.
Oh, well, there we go. I'm sure if someone volunteers.
Yes. I probably just volunteered myself, right?
That's how that works. Happen. So that's kind of how it works anyway. It didn't blow up. So perfect. And so far it's not blown up anyway. So yeah, we keep fingers crossed. Yeah, we just keep going. But it's my layout design. I apologize, but it's all tomorrow, non-stop layouts, and that's fantastic. You can learn so much from going and seeing someone else's layout. So it'll be great. And even I'm doing a clinic that I haven't finished writing yet because I keep having to roll myself out to do things like this. But I will, I will get it written. I will get it finished. The British region have seen this clinic in the unfinished version already, so I'm sure.
Jeff has put diesel. He's adding detail kit to a scale train SD40-2 as he's watching and listening at the moment. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Dave's got steam. Pete Hoare. Hey, there's beer there. Bit early for that, isn't it? And then he realised it's 2050 over there. So 8:50 for you.
It is 8:50
so
p.m.
It's definitely well worth a beer for today for you, Gordy.
Yeah, it is. It's just that I'm in the studio and the beer fridge is next to the dispatcher's desk in the train room. So Alex decided I deserved a couple of beers and brought me a couple of beers just to stand by and prepare for doing the roundtable. So hydration is vitally important, and that's why we are drinking Coors Light for hydration, not proper beer for drinking beer. So
cool. I think also if anyone's over there on YouTube and they're having a bit of issue with the stream at the moment, they can always jump over onto Facebook. It looks like it's better, and I think if it's all good with you, Gord, we might get ready for our kickoff of our live streams.
That's exactly what we're going to do. We'll be right back in 5 minutes with our first clinic of the evening. Stay tuned. Thanks, everybody. Hey everyone, so it's Gordy again. We've realised that we're having some significant, and what we're going to do, the best way to fix that back end and YouTube back end of their systems, we're going to drop this stream and we're going to start it again, and then we'll be right with Tim and his clinic ending out. So we'll be right back.
Wow, I was live for a second.
No.